Hi, happy Monday, and welcome to Now, the fun show hosted by me, Curtis P. Today we're kicking the entire show off talking about a very big topic that's happening in the US right now, that being the Navy Yard shooting that happened in Washington, D.C. Yes, the Washington Navy Yard came under fire today. D.C. Police Chief Kathy Lehner has stated that 12 people are presumed to be dead, along with one of the shooters. At the current time of recording this, 2 more suspects are currently walking around with firearms, and they appear to be wearing military uniforms, thus making it hard to actually identify whether they actually work there or they are the shooters themselves. This all happened in the Navy's oldest building, that being the Naval Sea Systems Command. This building's purpose and the 3,000 people that work there work to actually buy, build, and maintain ships, submarines, and combat systems for the Navy. It also happens to be in the heart of the US Capitol and is heavily guarded. Now, with the shooting currently going on, surrounding locations have been put on lockdown and high alert. Obama has also promised to make sure whoever carried out this cowardly act is held responsible. Of course, my heart goes out to everyone who's been affected by this. Of course, it's a very sad thing to see. Of course, to the men and women who were simply serving their country, working at this location, it is a very sad thing to see this happen. Continuing on in the daily news, it appears that flooding continues in Colorado today. Many areas in Colorado are being devastated by floods as I speak. More than 1,000 people are still currently missing, 6 people are presumed to be dead, and over 1,500 homes have been destroyed because of the flood. At the current time, over 11,000 people have been evacuated from the area to ensure that they are safe and kept safe away from the devastation, and to ensure that they are not swept away by the powerful floodwaters that surge through the area. To me, this feels very similar to what happened in Alberta, Canada just a few months ago. The flooding in Alberta destroying many homes in Calgary and devastating the town of High River. Jumping away from the 2 big topics happening right now in the Northern Hemisphere, let's talk about some gaming news, because let's lighten up this episode just a little bit more. One of the biggest games of the year is coming out tomorrow, that being Grand Theft Auto 5, being released on September 17th. But with all the hype around this game, there is a warning coming out from Rockstar Games today. That being, if you own an Xbox 360 and plan on playing the game on that system, yeah, you may want to look out and keep a word of warning towards this. If you buy the Xbox 360 version of the game, you will get 2 discs inside of the case. Disc number 1 is for your install purposes. You put it in, you install it onto your Xbox 360, good to go. Disc number 2, though, that is for playing and should not be installed on your console. If you do actually install disc 2 onto your console, because apparently it's an option, though they don't want you to do it, this will cause your game to slow down and presumably not have such a fluid, beautiful looking gaming experience. So for the Xbox 360 fans out there, word of warning, disc number 1, you install that. That requires 8 gigs of internal storage though, so be aware of that. Also, if you plan on using an external like thumb drive or something, make sure it's fast enough to actually cope with the game. And disc number 2 for you guys, that is for playing. You put it in the disk drive and you play it. I'm sorry, because you're gonna have to hear that whirring sound while it continues to spin. So in the middle of your car chase, you'll hear this coming from your Xbox 360's disk drive, which is always fun. Though you're probably wondering, Curtis, I have a PlayStation 3. What do I do? Does this affect me? No, don't worry, you're fine, you're fine. I think there's only like 1 disc for the PlayStation 3. They have not talked about anything about that, so in this case, you picked the right system. So with the big gaming announcement for tomorrow, I thought the only appropriate question for this episode, of course, had to be Grand Theft Auto 5 related. That being, are you planning on picking up a copy for yourself tomorrow when the game actually launches? You can let me know in the comment section down below. I really want to pick up a copy, though I didn't pre-order it, so I'm probably like shit out of luck. But that's just me, and if you don't want to let me know in the comment section down below, don't fret. You can also let me know on my Facebook page, through Twitter, or on Google+. Links to all that and the other articles I talked about in today's episode in the description down below. There are tons of really cool links down there. Check them all out. Of course, if you enjoyed today's show, why not hit up that like button, subscribe, maybe even share the show with your friends. Until tomorrow, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now.